My best friend's wedding shattered the last piece of my heart, and she never even noticed. I arrived early, thinking it would help. It didn't. The moment I stepped into the venue, white roses, soft music, laughter drifting through the hall, something tightened around my ribs. Weddings are supposed to be warm, joyful, hopeful, but this one felt like walking into a room where my own ghost was sitting beside me, because the bride wasn't just my best friend. She used to be the person I trusted more than anyone. And the groom was the man I had been in love with for years. I never told her. I never told him. I kept it buried so deep I almost convinced myself it wasn't real. But seeing them together, their hands intertwined, their eyes mirroring the same happiness, made every suppressed truth rise like a bruise beneath the skin. I found my seat in the third row, right where she placed me, because your family. The irony burned. She waved at me from across the room, her smile bright and oblivious. I smiled back with the same practiced expression I'd worn for months. She didn't notice the cracks. She never did. When the ceremony started, time warped. She walked down the aisle, glowing like a sunrise, and he looked at her like she was the only thing in the world that made sense. I used to dream someone would look at me like that. I used to dream he would. Instead, I sat there, hands clasped so tightly my knuckles ached, silently rehearsing every version of myself I had to be to survive this moment. Supportive friend, gracious guest, invisible woman. When they said their vows, something inside me shattered so quietly no one heard it but me. During the reception, she pulled me aside. "Are you okay?" she asked, eyes wide with genuine care. "You look pale." I told her I was just tired. She hugged me, full of excitement and champagne bubbles, rambling about her future, their honeymoon, their house plans. I nodded, smiled, swallowed down the ache, but the breaking point came later, around midnight, after the dancing, after the toasts. I stepped outside to breathe, leaning against the stone wall beneath a flickering lantern. Inside, music thumped, laughter rolled, glasses clinked. Life was happening without me. I didn't hear him approach. "You left early," he said softly. I tensed. "Just needed air." He nodded like he understood something I hadn't said. Then he added, almost ashamed, "You know, I always thought you didn't like me much." The words hit me harder than any confession. He had no idea. None. I laughed, a brittle, broken sound. "No, that wasn't it." He waited, expecting more, but I couldn't give it. "Not tonight, not ever." Before he turned to go back inside, he said, "She loves you, you know, more than anyone." I nodded, blinking fast. "I know." But the truth was, she loved the version of me that never burdened her, the version that always supported, never needed, the version that swallowed feelings so her happiness could shine brighter. A version I wasn't sure I wanted to be anymore. I drove home alone, still in my dress, makeup smudged, the radio off. Silence felt kinder than music. When I reached my apartment, I sat in the parked car for nearly 20 minutes, staring at my hands, a faint imprint where I'd been clutching my bouquet too tightly. Then, because grief makes you do strange things, I opened my notes app and typed a message I'd never send. "I loved you. I loved you both, and letting you go was the hardest thing I've ever done." I didn't cry until I crawled into bed, the wedding program still in my purse like a small, silent witness. But here's the strange part. In the days that followed, something unexpected happened. The pain didn't vanish. It didn't soften. It shifted. Moved from agony to acceptance. From longing to closure. From why not me to thank God it wasn't. Because somewhere deep down, I knew. If either of them had been meant for me, I wouldn't have spent years loving them in silence. Losing them, losing what I imagined, forced me to face the truth I'd been avoiding. I want a love that sees me. Not the quiet, convenient, self-erasing version of me, but all of me. Her wedding broke my heart, but it also freed it. And that's the part she'll never know.